This is how violent Brenner can be when he thinks no one is listening. Who is he referring to in the conversation? Hint, could he be referring to Pickering's strong mayor Kevin Ash?
Just figuring out how I can sharpen my sword and decapitate the motherfucker. They looked at it through the lens of diversity. I'm not able to tell, is that mannequin Caucasian or non-Caucasian?
I would have to, through you, Mayor Ash, I would have to verify with museum staff. However, I do believe it is a Caucasian mannequin.
Did they look at but you're not sure and I'm not sure. So I guess what I'm saying is I don't have a problem supporting the report tonight with the exclusion of that mannequin.
Is Councillor Brenner suggesting that if a mannequin is determined to be a Caucasian mannequin, that it has no relevance to the history of Pickering and should be discarded?
You and I had a conversation in your chambers, and you were the one who directly told me that Councillor Brenner was having a very busy weekend running around gathering signatures.
I don't recall that conversation.
Of course you don't.
He doesn't recall the conversation. Wow, is he experiencing memory loss again?
But I'm also not surprised by the fact that this is being hosted by 2 community associations from Ward 1. And why is that important? Because that's what I believe in, ladies and gentlemen. I believe in community building. Our city is beautiful. We've got so much potential. But we've got, unfortunately, a lot of challenges ahead of us.
Just figuring out how I can sharpen my sword and decapitate the motherfucker.
I will also be speaking about sexual harassment and about violations of harassment in the workplace to the human rights. And I mean, I just want to reiterate something that I said at a council meeting a while ago, is that, you know, Councillor Brenner had threatened me earlier last year that he would stick a knife in my back and slowly twist it.
Mr. Mayor,
And I would never know until he was pulling it out.
Councillor.
Okay, so in my opinion then, I would just like to say that this is just another one of those twists of that knife in my back. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I don't think that's an appropriate ending to your debate. Councillor Brenner.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. I can understand why the councillor feels it's about her, but I can tell you, I wish I could take credit for this, but I can't. The matter that is before us is correspondence that is consistent with the positions taken by this council, as well as the region of Durham, in support of the need for the province of Ontario to change the legislation for greater accountability for all elected officials. Just figuring out how I can sharpen my sword and decapitate the motherfucker. And that's covered up in the mandate of the Ontario Human Rights Commission. To be really clear, this is not an investigation into the conduct of Councillor Robinson. That's already been done by an integrity commissioner.
Notice how strong Mayor Kevin Ash did not address Councillor Robinson's allegation about a threat of possible serious injury from a knife slowly twisted into her back or about any investigations. Also, Councillor Brenner did not deny the accusation or defend himself. Is anyone paying close attention to this? Does the City Paid Integrity Commissioner have a great track record of conducting fair and unbiased investigations?
Are you in favor of the extension of, quote, strong mayor powers in Pickering? Kevin?
No.
Kevin Ash lied. Is this an observable pattern with Kevin? How many other times has he lied to the people?
If you are elected mayor, would you ask Queen's Park for these powers to be extended to you, and what would you use them for?
Thank you for the question. If I have the privilege of being Pickering's 5th mayor on October 24th, you will have a strong mayor. You won't need the powers being granted from Queen's Park. I would not support the extension of strong power responsibilities or asks to the city of Pickering.
He does it again. Wow.
Well, you say it's not in the report, but
It's not in the report. The director of city development.
Please don't raise your voice at me, Mr. Mayor. I don't deserve to have my voice raised to a moment of personal privilege, please. Please stop raising your voice at me.
I am not raising my voice at you. Please continue.
You're just raising your voice at me. Everyone will be able to hear it. This is the
Counselor,
concept. No,
I'm not going down the rabbit hole.
this is not a rabbit hole.
It is.
It's on the
It's-
federal
it's-
government
it's-
website, please,
It's a
Mr.
stop
Mayor.
on the crazy street. You should be very proud, Lisa. Very proud. Not cases you bring in here. Yeah. Yeah. Unbelievable. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Is this a pattern where Mayor Kevin Ash speaks down and name calls his constituents?
I'm sorry. I need a moment of personal privilege. While you're talking, I have the mayor telling me you want to know what a conspiracy or right-wing theory is. They're talking about you like that up here right now. I've got mumbles here, and I have the mayor talking about how poorly this is. I appreciate your delegation, sir.
May I ask, if they're not secret meetings, why don't we have the minutes for them?
Because they're in camera and there's legal.
Okay,
so it's
semantics again. So, but then, so they're in camera. So for the record, in camera, secret, they're just semantics.
They don't publish the
Exactly.
But there's an agenda and they're orderly
So
done.
just so we get that.
Right.
So they are secret because we don't have an agenda for
That's
them.
not actually true.
Well, but then.
When there's public, when there's things that to be announced in public, they're done.
Okay,
If there's
yeah.
legal advice given, that's not done.
Yes,
because
but the
we
whole
don't-
meeting didn't have to be in camera, just.
Well, we have 4 specific exemptions on the Municipal Act.
I know that.
And we do them in accordance with that, and the city clerk is independent of council in regards to that.
You were deputy mayor at one point, and what did you do? You broke the rules. Is that the way to run
How
a
so?
city? Pardon?
How so? What are you
Oh,
referring to?
Kevin went on a trip when it was
Oh, that
COVID.
incident.
So I'm just saying, you don't always go, oh, I have experience, and no, it's if you're going to play by the rules, you have to play by the rules. And
Yeah.
you know what? Sometimes we need fresh look at it. You bring bad habits with you when you've been there for a long time.
Rules for thee, but not for me, according to Kevin Ash. Mayor Kevin Ash thinks it would be nice if Councillor Lisa Robinson followed the lead of Durham District School Board trustee Linda Stone, who recently resigned from her position. Is Mayor Ash afraid of Councillor Lisa Robinson speaking the truth?
Vote no, we're voting against all of the capital projects, all of
That's
the
correct.
current budget and expenditures.
That's correct.
That's correct, thank you.
And Rick, I recorded vote requested by, I'm just following the hockey game, and the Leafs just won in overtime, so. They won in overtime, yes. My apologies, I know the budget's important, but some other things.
The budget is very important. Hundreds of millions of dollars. I repeat, hundreds of millions of dollars. Wow.
Just figuring out how I can sharpen my sword and decapitate the motherfucker.